So this is the all-new Ewatt Rerode R1. So this is a collaboration with Ewatt and Rerode. This bike comes stock with the battery, which is a 81 volt 35 amp hour. It comes with a EBMX X9000 and a Ewatt race motor. So this bike does come stock with 40,000 watts. This also comes stock with Ewatt Sports 6-piston brakes, front and rear. These do use mineral oil, but I've already rode this off-road once and it is very good. So basically we're gonna go over what I've done to this bike. This is a fully built Rerode. We're gonna go over what fits and what doesn't. So as you can tell, I have the EXT on the front. The suspension, everything was a complete swap over, no problems there. So the whole front clip, basically any suspension that fits like a light B E-Ride is gonna fit. And then the rear, we're running the EXT ferrule, and this also is a direct swap as well. Fits right in. You can tell that the linkage, there's no linkage at the top. The linkage is actually on the bottom now. So it does have linkage. Riding it on the street and off-road, I cannot tell a difference. It feels just as good as the linkage that's on the top. So those are direct swap overs. The rims, front and rear, come with 1918. So I kept the rims what they are and just put upgraded tires. You can put a 21 on the front if you wanted to. And then with the sprocket, it does come stock with a 48. I have a 52. And it also comes stock with a 420 chain conversion. I can confirm that the jackshaft bolt does work, but the Warp 9 version 2 or any of the upgraded jackshafts will not work because of the clearance. You can see here how close it is from the rear shock to the jack shaft. You couldn't put an upgraded jack shaft. The SXS skid plate, I did take it off my E-Ride. I did have to modify it a little bit, but it did work. The seat is Sur-Ron bolt pattern. This is a Sur-Ron aftermarket rear fender. The seat is also very slanted downwards in the front, so eMoto X helped me out with a spacer for this. The spacer is for the E-Ride, bolts right up to that, and so it raised the seat. Doing that, I did have to put a small spacer underneath the lid just to extend it that extra like 1/4 inch. The peg brackets will not work off any brand. This is a custom size. However, the pegs do work. That block is still the same. I was able to get the Warp 9 kickstand on there. However, I did have to modify the opening over here because the stock one is wider. Also, the rear axle is exactly the same. However, the axle blocks on the Rerode are taller, so you're unable to run like the Warp 9 titanium bolt kit. So you can run the bolt, but you would have to use the stock axle sliders. It does come stock with a rear shark fin. The front, I was able to adapt a KKE 220 millimeter adapter. That works. The front fender and plate are from the 85 conversion. I also am running the Gigago headlight. This headlight is amazing for anything at night. And we are running a Warp 9 stem and a Warp 9 capturing bolt. So overall, this bike is super good. I got 2 videos on it so far. Top speed run on the street, which I went 76. They claim 84 miles an hour with more tuning. I'm pretty sure it would do that. And then in the mountains, we did like a 17-mile ride and I had about 35% left. So this bike is stock 40 kilowatts. And doing these aftermarket parts definitely helped. I'm also running the Pro Bend Sycra bark busters. But yeah, overall this bike is amazing. I highly suggest it if you're going to be wanting a smaller bike frame compared to like the Rerode, Sur-Ron, Talaria. It's very similar to those. It feels very similar. But yeah, really happy with the outcome of this bike. I mean, this is fully built. You can't do anything more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if it's worth it. Out here in Hawaii, I paid 8 grand plus tax plus my parts. In the mainland, you're looking about 65 to 7 grand. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys let me know, do you think it's worth it?